So, hello everyone, good afternoon. How are you all? So, guys, here's the day one where we are going to discuss all those important questions which are very relevant with the RRBs and SSC. So, I'm not only talking about the RRB LP examination, but also this will be valid for RRB NTPC. It will also be valid for RRB technician. Yes, apart from this, it is also valid for CGL, CHSL, CPU, and J exam. So, Ankita, good afternoon. Let's see what's the first question of the day. So guys, in this series, we'll be discussing more than 1000 questions, and after every class, I'll be sharing the PDF with you people. So either you can take this PDF from my channel, I mean the Telegram channel, or also you can take the PDF from Oliveboard's application. So what is the first question of the day? So the first question of this day one series is here. What is the SI unit of power of lens, which is defined as the reciprocal of its focal length expressed in meters? The formula is also given P is equal to 1 by F. So will it be what? Sorry guys. Will it be diopter, lumen or joule? What should be the answer? So guys, as we know, the unit of power is actually watt, right? So this cannot be the answer. And we have already seen this question in RRBJ last year where the value was given in centimeter. So always remember power that's equal to 1 upon F. So guys, the value or the unit for F will be meter inverse. What is it? Sorry, the value of power will be meter inverse. So let me erase it. It will in the case of meter inverse. Now it's asking me what is the unit of focal length, right? So here when you are comparing it, that is P is equal to 1 by uh, F. So focal length is in meter, so obviously power will be meter inverse. So that will be equal to diopter, and diopter, that is option number B, is the correct answer. Absolutely correct. So B is the correct answer. More about it. So here's the explanation. So power is equal to 1 by F, where diopter, which is equal to 1 meter inverse, I've already told you. So for the concave lens, that's your negative power, and for the convex it's positive. So I have a trick here also. In the convex you'll find X. Just tilt it, it will become positive. So for the case of convex lens, it's always positive power. For the case of concave lens, it's always negative power. Next. So this is actually the convex lens because this light ray is getting converged. If it gets diverged, that's the concave lens. Next. According to Ohm's law, if the resistance of a conductor remains constant while the potential difference across its ends is doubled, what happens to the electric current? So current decreases by half, electric current is also doubled, current becomes 4 times greater, or is it current remains unchanged? So what do you think? What should be the correct answer? And all the candidates, including Ankita, if you have not liked the session, please like it and also subscribe our channel, because daily I'll bring in this series, and this session will start at 12. After completing 15 questions, I'll just deliver the PDF also with the detailed explanation. So Ankita is going with B. So that's absolutely correct. As we know, voltage is directly proportional to the current, right? Now, if I want to remove this proportionality sign, I'll use R, which is actually the resistance. That's the constant here. So from here we get the formula V equals to IR. Now it is saying, according to the Ohm's law, if resistance of a conductor remains constant while the potential difference across its ends is doubled, so what will be the electric current? So resistance is same, but potential difference is doubled. Okay. So potential difference is doubled. So it's 2V. Resistance is same. So what will be the change in the current, guys? So in order to balance it, you need to make the current also double. So it's very obvious. 2I, that means you have doubled it. So electric current is also doubled. So B is the correct answer. For this, you need to know about the Ohm's law. Ohm's law states that the voltage is directly proportional to the current if other conditions are kept constant. So here we have formula V equals to IR. So the relation is given here. Nothing new. Next. Which of the Newton's laws of motion provides the mathematical formula to quantitatively measure force as the product of mass and acceleration? In short, it wants to ask you, F is equal to ma is derived from which of the following laws? Is it first law? So first law states that If a body is in a state of motion, it continues to be in a state of motion. If a body is in a state of rest, it continues to be in a state of rest until and unless an external force is applied on it, right? So here in this part, guys, this is linked with law of inertia, so it has no relation with that formula. Yes, the rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the force applied on it. That's the second law, and F is equal to ma formula is derived from second law. Absolutely correct, Ankita. No doubt about it. So you are going with B? Yeah, that's correct. So here it's given. So the rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the applied force. F is equal to ma, and the SI unit of the force is Newton, or we can say it's kg meter per second square. That's great. Next. Next is when an object falls freely towards the earth under gravity, ignoring air resistance, what happens to its total mechanical energy during the fall? So you have four options. Tell me what should be the correct answer. Guys, we know the law of conservation of momentum. What is it? Initial momentum and final momentum remain same, right? And you can also link it with the third law of motion, where it states that to every action there is always equal and opposite reaction. Now, when it is saying when anything is falling towards the earth, so if air resistance is not there, if it is feather, if it is a spherical ball, whatsoever it is, if there is no such air resistance, they all will reach the earth at the same time, right? Now, it's talking about the energy. So, guys, always remember total energy always remains conserved. So mechanical energy is the combination of potential as well as kinetic. So overall energy always remains constant. So we can say the total energy will remain conserved. And Ankita, you have given the A answer, that is total mechanical energy remains constant. That's absolutely correct, right? So always remember, according to the law of conservation of energy, energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but yes, it can be transformed from one form to another. And what is mechanical energy? That's the sum of potential as well as kinetic energy. It's given here. So that's right. So one of the energy will increase, another one will decrease. So yes, at the topmost point, that's the most important thing, guys. If you will just check the PYQs of all the examinations of RRB SSC, you will find this. At the topmost point, potential energy is always maximum. Why? Because the formula for the potential energy is actually m into g into h, where mass always remains constant. The value for the g on the earth will be 9.8 meter per second square. So guys, it all depends upon h here. So yes, at the topmost point, height will be maximum. But when I'll throw this pen, just have a look. If I'll just throw it, so at the topmost point, it will remain still and then it will come down. That means velocity is zero. And in order to calculate the kinetic energy, we have the formula that is half mv square. And as we know, the velocity is zero here. So obviously kinetic energy will be zero. So zero kinetic energy, maximum potential energy at the top, at the mid, potential energy and kinetic energy will be equal. And just before touching the ground, kinetic energy will be maximum, but potential energy will be zero. But at all the points, you'll find the total energy is conserved. That is, it's constant Ke plus Pe, and that's what mechanical energy is. I guess it is clear. So this much detailing is sufficient. What about next? The next question is, which optical phenomena is primarily responsible for the apparent twinkling of stars in the night sky? Is it total internal reflections inside the clouds? Is it dispersion of light through raindrops? Is it atmospheric refraction of starlight due to varying air density? Or is it diffraction of light by atmospheric dust particles? So, your four options. Tell me what should be the correct one. So, guys, see, whenever the ray of light travels from one medium to another, if it is traveling from denser to rare, it moves away from the normal. If it is moving from rare to denser, it comes towards the normal. So this concept is of refraction, right? Now in this case, Ankita is going with C option, atmospheric refraction of starlight due to varying air density. That's correct. Because of the change in the density, the light will suffer the deviation in the paths. Absolutely correct. So here, starlight passes through air layers of continuously changing temperature and optical density. Because of this, continuous bending causes apparent position and brightness of the distant point source stars to fluctuate rapidly. Planets do not twinkle because they act as a extended light sources and also they are nearby. Right. Next. There were 5 questions on the physics. Now let's proceed with the chemistry portion now. Which chemical compound is formed when quicklime reacts vigorously with the water and it releases the large amount of heat? This is actually the exothermic reaction. So what will be formed, guys? CaO plus H2O. So it will form CaOH2. That is CaOH ka whole twice, right? So what is it? That's calcium hydroxide. So calcium hydroxide or slaked lime, that is option number B. So yeah, absolutely correct. That's great. So guys, for this case, you can just use your pen and paper, and without using pen and paper, because you all are experienced ones, you can just calculate that part. Okay, so it was given CaO, here it is CH2O, so it will form CaOH whole twice, and obviously that's the slaked lime. Option number B is the correct answer. So that's the equation. CaO plus H2, it gives CaOH whole twice plus heat. So it's a exothermic reaction, right? So it's highly exothermic reaction and it's used for whitewashing the walls. Next. So that's done. Next. What is the exact pH value of a neutral aqueous solution at 25 degrees centigrade, such as pure distilled water? So guys, what is pH? Do you know? So pH stands for power of hydrogen. What is it? pH stands for power of hydrogen. So that power term has actually come from potence. So Ankita is going with C. Okay, fine. So that's right. The answer will be 7. But here, what is pH? So here, this full form has been asked in the examination. So P stands for potence, which means power. H is hydrogen. Who gave this pH scale? So pH scale was invented by Soren Sorensen. Soren Sorensen is the one who invented this pH scale. Now if this value is less than 7, if the pH value is less than 7, it will be acidic in nature. If it is exactly 7, that's neutral, and if it is greater than 7, that means it's basic in nature. That's right. So here the correct answer was option number C. Perfect. So see, that ranges from 0 to 14, neutral 7, right? So that's done. Next. Which alkali metal is stored or immersed in kerosene oil to prevent it from reacting vigorously with moisture and oxygen in the air? So is it sodium, magnesium, iron, or gold? So you have 4 options. What do you think should be the correct answer? Now guys, as we know, alkali metals are the ones which are present in the first group, right? Hali na ki rab se faryad. So guys, if you are aware of those alkali metals, iron cannot be the answer, right? Here, magnesium cannot be the answer, gold cannot be the answer. So you must try to understand that if our basics are clear, everything is clear. So it's like ha, li, na, ki, rab, se, faryad. So actually, hydrogen is a non-metal, right? So that's not a alkali metal, but rest of all, like lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium, guys, they all are alkali metals, and they're highly reactive as well. So sodium is actually kept in the kerosene oil because it reacts with the water as well and it explodes, right? So here, Ankita and Natasha, both of you are correct. So here the correct answer is going to be your sodium. So it's not only about the sodium, it's another nature. Sodium can be cut with the knife just like butter. But it's not only about sodium, other metals are also reactive. Potassium is also highly reactive. But yes, in this case, sodium is the correct answer. So A will be the correct one. Next. So sodium and potassium reacts explosively with the atmospheric moisture and air oxygen. So it's stored under kerosene oil to cut off the air and water contact. Soft metals that can be easily cut with a knife. So all these questions are asked directly. Next. In the modern periodic table, elements placed in the same vertical group share which fundamental characteristic? The same number of electron shells, the same number of protons, the same atomic mass number, or the same number of valence electrons in the outermost shell? What do you think should be the correct answer? So we can take the example of first group here. So let's say it's hydrogen. So hydrogen is the element with the atomic number 1. It just has a single shell but has 1 electron in the outermost shell. Then we have lithium with the atomic number 3. The configuration is 2, 1. Again, in the valence shell, just a single electron. Then sodium, the atomic number is 11, 2, 8, 1. So yes, here Ankita is going with B. B means the same atomic mass number. Sorry Ankita, but this time you are wrong. So let me explain you why. See, if I'll talk about hydrogen, its atomic number is 1. Lithium, that atomic number is 3. See, I'm talking about the first group, right? So these are alkali metals basically. What about sodium? Sodium's atomic number is 11. What about potassium? So that atomic number is 19. Now let's try to make the configuration of the same. Here, when you write the configuration, it will be 1 because obviously 1 electron is there. What about lithium? So for the lithium, you have 2, 1. For sodium, you have 2, 8, 1. And what about potassium? So potassium's at electronic configuration will be 2, 8, 8, 1. So in this case, just have a look. The electrons in the outermost shell, they are same. And this is known as what? So the shell which is there in the outermost part, that's known as the valence shell, and the electrons which are present in the outermost shell, they are known as valence electrons, which gives us clarity. Yes, guys, this means that the electrons in the outermost shell are same here. It's not varying. They are all same. So what's the option number D? The option number D states that the same number of electrons are present in the outermost shell. So yep, Ankita, absolutely correct. That's great. So here option number D will be the perfect answer. So I guess everyone, you're sorted with it. So Natasha and other candidates, is it okay? So do not mug up things. Just try to find what's the concept behind it. Okay, so it's given all the elements in a group have same valence electron count. Chemical similarity, because valence electrons determine the reactivity. Group members exhibit similar chemical properties. Group number 1, that is alkali metals, they all have one valence electron. We have already seen it. Next. What is the functional group present in the ethanoic acid, which is commonly known as acetic acid in the commercial vinegar? So you have 4 options here. Tell me. So guys, if it is ethanol, you can go with option number A, right? Can it be aldehyde? So in this case, there's a question in which already detailing is given. Just have a look. So it's COOH. So that's ethanoic, right? So what is it? COOH. That means it's carboxylic acid group. So Ankita, Natasha, and all the other candidates with C, you all are correct. Perfect. So C is the correct answer. Yeah. A was alcohol group. So ethanoic acid, it contains the carboxylic acid. So it commercial vinegar, it's 5 to 8% solution of ethanoic acid in water. That's called vinegar. So that's done. Next. Now it's about bio, right? Yeah. So it's bio. Which protein digesting enzyme is secreted by gastric glands in the human stomach, acting specifically in an acidic environment treated by HCl? Is it pepsin, trypsin, lipase, or amylase? What should be the correct answer, guys? So, guys, Coca Cola, Pepsi, just try to link it. So, if I'll have Pepsi, where it will reach? So, that Pepsi will reach my tummy, right? That my stomach. So, from Pepsi, just link it with pepsin. So, pepsin is present in the stomach and that helps in the digestion of the protein. So, pepsin is the enzyme that is present in the stomach and it helps in the digestion of the protein, right? So this is the digestive enzyme. Similarly, amylase helps in the digestion of the starch. Then we have lipase that helps in the digestion of the fats. So yep, option number is the perfect answer. What about next? So pepsin, that is secreted in the stomach as inactive pepsinogen. It's activated by HCl. It converts complex proteins into peptones and albumoses. Optical acidic pH value is from 1.5 to 2.5. So pepsin enzyme, proteins to peptones. Next. Which complex permanent tissue in the plants is responsible for the transportation of water and dissolved minerals, nutrients unidirectionally from roots to the leaves? So guys, if it is bidirectional in the plants, so that would be food and minerals. So that's done by phloem. But unidirectionally, the water will be taken from the underground part and it will be transported in the one direction. So that's done by xylem. So option number A, absolutely correct. So xylem is the one that helps in the transportation of the water. and phloem is the one that helps in the transportation of the food. So xylem is composed of what? These things are very very important. If you'll just check the PYQs, it's important. So yes, it is composed of tracheids, vessels, xylem fibers, and xylem parenchyma. It has the unidirectional flow because it conducts water and minerals upwards from the roots to the shoots. So it's driven by the transpirational pull and root pressure. So xylem, upward movement of the water. In human heart, which chamber receives oxygenated blood directly from the lungs via pulmonary veins? Is it right atrium, right ventricle, or left atrium? So what do you think should be the correct answer? In human heart, which chamber receives oxygenated blood directly from the lungs via pulmonary veins? So your four options, let us see what will be the correct answer. Now guys, in order to make you understand this part, so Ankita is going with B, that is right ventricle. Okay, so let me explain you. In this part, so there are four chambers in the heart, right? Oh, sorry. That's right atrium. This is right ventricle. This is left atrium. And guys, this is left ventricle. Okay. Now the blood actually comes from superior vena cava. The blood comes from superior or inferior vena cava. It enters into the right atrium via tricuspid valve that reaches the right ventricle. Now the blood reaches lungs, which is having lesser amount of oxygen. This is done by pulmonary artery, pulmonary artery, and via lungs to left atrium via pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein. So from lungs, the blood is reaching the left atrium, right? So here in the question was asked, which chamber receives the oxygenated blood directly from the lungs via pulmonary veins? So what is the answer? Just check. It's left atrium. So where is left atrium? Left atrium is present in option number D. Is it okay? So I know it looks like it's typical. So I have an animation to show you, but we'll discuss about this animation in the next class. So in the next class, when I start this session at 12, I'll show the animation how this blood is circulating. So yes, I have that animation by which I'll just open the heart and explain you how blood is actually being circulated. So do you wanna see that animation in the next class? If yes, just let me know in the comment section. The next class, when I'll start with the session, I'll take this question again. Don't worry. Next. So this is the blood pathway, lungs to pulmonary veins, then left atrium, then left ventricle, and finally the aorta, which is the largest artery in the body. Which endocrine hormone secreted by the endocrine pancreas, that is the isolate of Langerhans, lowers blood glucose levels by accelerating glucose uptake into the cells? So is it glucagon, insulin, thyroxine, or adrenaline? Answer. Acha, sure, Ankita. Done. So in the next class, while starting the session, first of all, I'll take the same question and then I'll show the animation for sure. So for this, please remember from the isolate of Langerhans, there are three cells: alpha cell, beta cell, and the delta cell, from which glucagon, insulin, and somatostatin is generated. Here, glucagon helps in increasing the glucose level, and insulin helps in lowering that glucose level in order to maintain that glucose level. And here it's saying which of the following hormones lowers the blood glucose level? So that's insulin. Because if that glucose level is not lowered, the person will suffer from diabetes. Ankita, this time answer will be Natasha has given the correct answer. So Natasha, you are absolutely correct here. B will be the correct answer. That is insulin. Because insulin actually helps in lowering that blood sugar. If it is not maintained, the person will suffer from diabetes mellitus. What is diabetes mellitus? It's the issue in which the body's glucose level actually increases. Fine. So, okay, B is the correct answer. So now it's the time to go for the homework question, and I'll request you all to please let me know in the comment section how's the class, and also please answer this homework question. The question is, in Gregor Mendel's monohybrid cross experiments on pea plants, what was the phenotypic ratio of tall to dwarf plants obtained in the F2 generation? So please let me know what's the correct answer in the comment section. Also, please let me know how was the session. One more thing, I'll just share this PDF to you people on my Telegram and also on the Oliveboard's application, where you'll find this question answers and also the detailed explanation as well. Thank you, Ankita. Thank you, Natisha. Thank you everyone for being such a wonderful audience. So our class takes place from Monday to Friday at sharp 12. So join at 12 tomorrow. We'll start with the animation of the heart first. Bye guys. Take care. Jai Hind. And for the examination, all the very best. Please take care. Bye bye.